Good vibe music.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
DJ Zaki on the mix.
Yeah. Listen. Deep. Es más lekker, ne? Check it. It's good. We go back a long way.
Good morning, my YouTube family. Today we're making a bomber jacket. Here are some of the materials you're gonna need: a zip, scissors, your thread, and the inside for the jacket. These are my patterns, my blouse sleeve, and my bodice. It's a front, but I'm gonna use it for both the front and the back. The back, I'm gonna cut it on fold, so keep mind of that. So this is the material I'm using. As I said before, I'm just going to be cutting out the front side, and I'm going to be adding a little bit at the bottom so that the jacket is not too short. So I'm going to start with the back side since I want to keep a fresh mind. I'm adding a little bit at the bottom, and I'm using my chalk just so that I can trace out exactly how I want my jacket. Since it's bomber, I need to add a little space by the sides just so that I can improve the movement of my jacket. Using the back pocket, I'm now cutting out the front. Keep in mind I left 2 centimeters by the center front so that I can accommodate my zip, and I'm going to cut it out exactly according to the back side with a little bit more space. I like adding space just so that I can work. Bomber jackets, you don't need to be so precise, but you do. Now I'm cutting out my sleeve. Keep in mind I'm also going to be adding a little bit more seam to the sleeve because I don't want it to be short. So I'm using this fabric to cut out my lining for the jacket. I'm just going to be tracing the exact patterns onto the black fabric for the sleeves, the front and the back bodice of my jacket. Here I've cut out all the pieces, and I'm going to do the same. I'm going to cut out for the in-between of my jacket to create the puff. Only the sleeve, the bodices, and the collar. Right now I'm making lines with my chalk because that's where I'm gonna stitch to keep the middle fabric. I don't know what you call it, guys, sorry, but to keep it in place in between my jacket, in between the lining and the main fabric, basically securing it so that it doesn't fall around. And also this creates a nice kilted look. I've already attached my pockets. I'm going to make a secret pocket tutorial for you guys. Just comment below if you are interested in seeing that. And please remember to subscribe, guys, and like, so people that know that my content is valuable. Now I'm gonna attach the front and to the back, but only at the shoulders. I use this method since it's easier for me to put the sleeve on before I attach the sides of my jacket, including the pocket as well. I'm gonna use some of my foamy fabric, I don't know what you call it, and place it in between my jacket, the parts that I stitched, so that I can create more puff, since I didn't really like the puff I created with just one layer. So I'm gonna puff it up a little bit to give it a little bit more life. So I puffed up my jacket and also put on my sleeves. So now I'm going to add rib to the edges of my sleeve. Cut your rib on bias so that it is stretchy, and then you fold it and stitch it there, so that when you fold it again, you guys can see I already started here. So let me just finish that off, and then I will show you guys the results. Folding it in half, and then I'm gonna stitch that on to the inside. I have also added rib to the bottom edge of my jacket, and these two I put in violin to accommodate my zip. And here are the results for the rib on the edges of my sleeves. It gives it a very professional look, especially when you close off your jacket with the lining. So I just measured my neckline, and then I cut out a rectangle according to the length of, and then voila. The other rectangle you see is gonna be the flap of my zip, just to give it a cute look. I like flaps on zip. Here is my color. Add your zip, close it off. There we go.
If you found the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah. I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see, yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take a hit and still finish and run, yeah.